This is regular current when you're here in Florida. Got to head out to the gym. Haven't been to the gym for over a week, so I'm starting to get a little soft. And it's nice and sunny out here now, but a little while ago we had what I would call a humidity enhancer. It rained for like 15 minutes. Yeah, a lot of people make fun of Planet Fitness, but I get a good workout there. I've been going, I joined late last year, but didn't really start going until the first of the year. And I've lost over 40 pounds, about 43 pounds so far. And I've probably been at least 70 times this year. Been making it part of my routine every week, 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6 times a week, depending on what I've got going on. And like I said, I've lost right at 43 pounds that I've accounted for so far. And the way I look at it is, if you get out of your chair and go to Planet Fitness and you walk in, you've probably done more than about 80% of the people out there. So if people are making fun of Planet Fitness and you're not doing anything, you have no right to make fun of Planet Fitness. You know, one of the things we weren't real pleased with when we got the place here in Florida was the blinds in a couple of the rooms. So this is our master bedroom, and the blind is this, I don't know, I mean, it's nice. It's cordless. You just push it up, pull it down, but it's just like this, I don't know what you call it, a floppy, kind of looks like the pirate shirt from Seinfeld. But the sun is due east. So you know what that means first thing in the morning? Super bright, white, coming in, wakes us up. So, but we just really don't like it. We'd like these zebra blinds. There was one on the first time we'd ever seen them. There was one downstairs on the in the living room. So now we've put them up in the bedrooms upstairs, and we're going to put one up in the master bedroom here. And so we're going to do that real quick. Well, this is no good. I should have opened the new blind first, so let this be a lesson to you. The new blind has a broken part, so now I'm going to have to return it and order a replacement, which means, yeah, I'm probably not going to put the other blind back up. Probably just going to put the curtains back up and close them until we get the new blind, but life happens, huh? I'm off to get my hair cut. People make fun of me because the way I know I get my hair cut is I say that when I wake up in the mornings, if my hair is messed up, it needs cut. So I'm going to run out and do that. We're experiencing the beginnings of our first tropical storm here in Florida. It's going to rain hard the next couple of days for us to get between 5 and 8 inches of rain. So this should be fun and interesting, but it's going to cool everything off. I will say, after my air conditioning repair the last couple of days, woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and it was 63 degrees in our bedroom. So I guess I fixed it a little too well. So I am probably the fastest haircut you'll ever see. It's like 3 minutes, but oh, much better now that I can feel the air on my scalp. So we definitely have rain. We have, as I mentioned, our first tropical storm since we've been here. You know, when I came to Florida for the first time and spent any amount of time here, for those of you who've not spent any time in real time in Florida, in 2014 I came down in June, worked here over in Fort Lauderdale area from June to January. And when I got here, it rained all the time, and I was like, well, what happened to sunny Florida? And and I always heard everybody say, well, it just it rains every afternoon, for maybe 15 minutes, maybe 2 hours, then it goes away. Does it pretty much every day. And I just accepted that was Florida. It's along the coast, and that's what happens. And, clouds blow in, it rains, they blow out. And so it rained all the time when I first got down here. And I asked the locals, I said, well, what's up with all the rain? I said, what happened to sunny Florida? And they said, oh, well, it's the rainy season. And I said, what do you mean it's the rainy season? It's supposed to be sunny Florida. And so I, of course, jumped online and did a little research. And it turns out from like June to September or so is the rainy season down here in the Gulf and Caribbean area, in the tropics. That's hurricane season, I guess. And so we have a tropical storm moving through. We're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches of rain this weekend. So it's been raining. It was raining this morning when I woke up. Actually, I've been up since 3 a.m. So it wasn't raining when I first got up, but it started at like 5 or 6 a.m. And kind of rained on my parade today because I had some plans to go out this morning, go down to the beach and get some work done like I did the other day, but that didn't happen. So just been inside working all day. But I wanted to share more thoughts about my air conditioning issue as it relates to business that I ran into yesterday when I resolved that. If you didn't watch the video, go back and watch it. There's a message there about what led me to find what was really a dangerous issue as opposed to what the issue was that I've been working on for several weeks and finally discovered and resolved. Anyway, the last 5-6 weeks or so, I'd been contacting insulation companies in the area to talk about having the attic better insulated because everything pointed to Florida heat. It's summertime. It's a 2-story building. There's not very much insulation. There's a lot of heat up in the attic. Ductwork in the attic was probably warming the air up. Just a lot of different things that added up to the air conditioning couldn't keep up. And I assumed that it was probably because these places were built assuming that people probably wouldn't be here in the summer because they moved back north. So I contacted 7 or 8, maybe as many as 10 companies. And a month ago, 5-6 weeks ago, I was ready to just drop the cash, pay someone to come in and do spray foam insulation in my attic. What they do is they remove all the fiberglass insulation from the floor of the attic and they put spray foam insulation on the roof of the attic underneath the rafters, directly underneath. And it's supposed to keep your attic basically about 10 degrees warmer than the floor below it. And if you think about it, versus fiberglass and blown cellulose insulation and everything, the spray foam insulation, people say, well, does it work that well or whatever? If you think about it this way, a Yeti cooler doesn't have fiberglass or cellulose in it. It has closed cell foam. And I was ready to get that done. Estimates were $4,000 to $5,000. I was ready to have that done. Could not get people to call me back. The only person that called me back was one company who did not do spray foam insulation. They gave me some really good advice to think about and consider. And I called them back this week. They actually took them 2 or 3 days to give me a call back, but they were pretty responsive. They were the only one that was responsive, actually, out of all these companies who could have easily sensed the sense of urgency, heard the sense of urgency in my voice. If they had said a month ago, we can be there in 3 days or 5 days, let's get it on the schedule, whatever, I would have done it. I would have spent the money a month ago or 6 weeks ago, no doubt about it. Instead, everyone drug their feet, couldn't get anyone to call me back. There was one other person that called me back. I basically hounded them for 2 or 3 weeks. Just couldn't get any response from people. I resolved it myself. It was a totally different issue, obviously, and the thought that I leave this whole situation with, and I was talking to a good friend of mine this morning, and he brought it up, was that all of those companies missed out on an opportunity to do business if they had basically picked up on the sense of urgency in my voice. So if they had customers that were not in so much of a hurry or anything like that, and they could have said, hey, we've got an urgent matter we need to take care of. Can we move your job to next week or whatever? Or even if they just said, let's get it on schedule and get a deposit and get it done, I would have done it. But no, they drug their feet. They wouldn't call me back. They all missed out on opportunity to basically get me to pay them for something that I didn't even need. And now none of them are going to get it. So as a business, customer service, response, take care of your customers, even new customers, anyone calling you. The one company that did call me back that I mentioned that was responsive, and this time they took a couple days to get back to me, but they were still nice and responsive and courteous. If I ever need anything, I will call them, because they were the ones that took time to talk to me, give me some good advice, and things to consider. Even though I ended up not needing their services at all this time, I will talk to them. And then I had an incident today with a small business owner that really set well, and it just really was kind of unbelievable. I was walking through Home Depot looking for something. This guy was loading a couple hot water tanks on a cart, and he saw me walk by looking around. When I walked by the second time going the opposite way, he said, "What are you looking for?" And I said, "Thermostats." And he said, "They're down here." And he walked down to electrical. We didn't see them. And then he found someone and said, I asked where they were. They said, "Oh, they're back by plumbing. They're all the way back by the wall." And I said, "Do you not work here?" He said, No. He said, "There's just no help around here." He said, "I saw you looking for something. I thought I'd see if I could help you out." And so I asked him, so what do you do? He's a plumber. He's a plumber and contractor. So I got his name and number, Jose Menendez. And if I ever need plumbing, if I ever need some basic general contracting work, I will call that guy. He stopped in the middle of Home Depot to help a guy he's never laid eyes on before, because he had a business and he knew I needed a little bit of help, and he could take a second to help me out. Super nice guy, doing the right thing for his business. So when it comes to response and getting back to people and giving them good customer service, that's what it's all about. I've said many times before, people have changed the way they shop and buy products because of the internet over the last 15 or 20 years, but for the most part, we're still human. They have not changed why they buy, who they buy from. We're all still human. We still crave interaction. We still crave good customer service. We all, of course, like the deals and the sales, the good prices and quality products, things like that. But when you have those things, if you don't have good customer service and good support, all the things that go along with it to make a loyal customer, you're never going to win in business. Someone else will take it away from you. Someone else will come along and take it away from you. So my advice is, when you have a business, when you're starting a business, if you have a business now, ask yourself, are you paying enough attention to your customers and to the people calling you, asking you about doing business with you? So more to think about.